So, you are a teacher who wants your students to blog in class. However, you do not know what to do. So I've been looking at a lot of student blogs, thanks to teachers across Connecticut for sharing them with me over the past couple weeks. You know, students in grades 3 to 12 and at the college level are learning about how to choose and use a website platform, what a URL is, how to post a blog post, and how to share a blog post link to other classmates' blogs. So we've gotten that far, which is great. Now it's actually time to write online. We're going to write the web. This is called blogging. But before you can teach your students how to write a blog post, you actually, as the teacher, have to know what to do. So let me teach you how to do that. So, most blogs, from a new veteran blogger or a young blogger, people that write for platforms such as the Odyssey, it looks like this. A simple paragraph, a single paragraph, a lot of information, and we really just have to expand that. Well, one of the first things or discourses about blogging is that you won't see the single paragraphs. Instead, use shorter bits of prose. Split it up a little bit. And again, this is just basic expectations of writing. You would never have an essay with a single paragraph consisting of 30 sentences, so don't have a blog post with a single paragraph. The next thing you want to do is you want to turn some of these words in your blog posts into links. Linking is the DNA of blogging. Sure, you can just write stuff, but you're really, not taking advantages of the affordances of the web. You can't have a blog post without a link. And you can link to so many different things, right? You can link to social media. You can link to a source. You can link to pretty much anything on the web. But mainly, linking is a chance to build up background knowledge with your readers. All of this is possible with a link. Okay, so now you have your blog post that includes separate paragraphs and with links. Then you should always remember that when we write or blog, we are reading sources. And a good blogger reads with what Jacob McWilliams calls a mouse in hand. You need to bring in the analysis of other people. So, in your blog post, include work from other people. It helps frame your work, and you also have to remember that you are teaching academic writing. So you as the teacher should expect to see some level of analysis. You would never just teach a student to write an essay with no outside sources or analysis of other people. And then what you need to do is after that, you have to include analysis of those people's work. So in other words, your reaction of the people's work. It could be a critique, you can agree, you can challenge, you could build off of. It's really not hard to do. Just make sure that you're very respectful, and let's just get rid of those well actuallys. Following this, another thing that happens in blogging is the use of headers. You will see headers often where you really want to not have your reader make any kind of inferential reasoning. Readers should know a very explicit text structure that is woven not only through transitional statements, but good and obvious headers. Now, folks, in your blog, what makes it awesome is that you can have things like images and videos. So you really should take advantage of multimodal tools. So you can include pictures or even possibly a video to anything in your blog post. Next, one thing you always have to do, no matter if it's just information from another source or a picture, is include an attribution for each of our images and videos. And there's a reason for this. We need to make sure that people simply get credit for their work. I love this image by Brian Mathers. Helping others get credit for their creations has to be essential in a blogging space. So as a teacher, you should be looking for that because you would never have students write an essay without citing their sources. And the reason for this is because your creative work has DNA. It, like anyone else's, deserves credit, and it can come from a second attempt, an idea, a client, a first draft, or whatever. It's yours, and you're taking stuff from other people that they are letting you use in order to mix it and remix it with your own original work to make something new. So always remember to give credit to those who came before you so others can give credit to you. Okay, so as a review, we include attributions to our ideas and our multimodal tools. And a good blog post includes images and videos. We then use headers to make our text structure very explicit for our readers. We include our reaction to outside sources. There is information from other places. We include hyperlinks in our blog post, and we have multiple bits of prose instead of a single paragraph with a ton of sentences. All of this that weaves together a message for us to communicate with each other and with the world. And communicating messages is not always having to be face to face, right? It can come from the web as well. And we live in a world where the web today is the world, and the world is simply the web. And that's it. That's the basics of how to blog.